Welcome to depressed Tottenham fans and Premier League fans to a video talking about how do Tottenham salvage this season. Now, to put things into context, Tottenham have lost their third game in a row, or even maybe more, after losing against Liverpool at home, then Brighton at home, and then Tottenham at home. Sorry, not Tottenham, Chelsea at home. 1-0 just happened today, this evening. And, you could give a pretty same performance for the three games. Tottenham doing Tottenham things, playing defensively, Mouriniho ball, I guess. But now this won't be as much on how Tottenham play because I think everybody knows that at this point, and it's same old, same old. But more, what do you do looking ahead for the rest of the season? Now, I've got a couple points here written down of how do Tottenham actually get a positive way out of this season. Now, first point would be to wait out until Harry Kane does come back. Now, coming back something near end of February, risky to wait for him since when we look at that Tottenham's fixtures, but it could get pretty depressing for Tottenham fans if you keep on playing like this. Honestly, the results aren't going to get any better. Now, waiting it out for Harry Kane is probably what you're going to have to do before getting any positive results anyway, since how badly Tottenham are playing. And okay, so the next fixtures for Tottenham: West Brom, which can be a real make or break game. If you don't win against West Brom, Mouriniho could be in danger. Then you got City, West Ham. Now these three games are going to decide a lot, which Harry Kane probably won't be in, and the way you're playing probably looking, if not 3 losses, hope not, at least 2. So yeah, waiting out for Harry Kane does not seem like a good solution. Even if you wait out for Harry Kane, nothing tells you you're going to have a run like you did at the beginning of the season. It does kind of seem now that it was very fluky, the run they went in the beginning of the season. Second option would be change of the playing style, of course, would be any Tottenham fan's dream. But knowing Mouriniho, this will never be an option. I think Tottenham fans are going to have to endure this style of play till the end of the season. I do not see why Mouriniho would change. It feels, out of sorts for him to try and play nice, flowing, controlled football when you can just play on the counter and pray that Son and Kane can do something, which has been the objective the whole season. So that as well. Right now it's looking pretty dire, honestly, if you want to have a good end to the season. Now, winning the League Cup could be another deciding factor, of course. It's against City coming up in April. Now, if you do win this, I'm not sure a League Cup is good enough to salvage the entire season. I do think it does qualify you for parts of the Europa League, but it is a League Cup, and Mouriniho came to win trophies, but not, a League Cup. I think it could maybe heal some wounds, but once again, not sure that's good enough to salvage. Of course, it will be better to win than to lose, because if Tottenham do lose the League Cup, there goes another tough day for Tottenham fans. And now onto the more positive aspects. I feel the way Tottenham are really going to salvage their season is going to be the FA and Europa League. I'm pretty sure Mouriniho already has them locked. I think it's just throw away the Premier League now because it's useless. But FA Cup and Europa League. Now, if you win either of them, I think the season is salvaged. If you win both, the season becomes great, regardless of the Premier League. Now, this is the big question though. Can you win any of these? I do think Tottenham can be dangerous in a knockout competition such as the FA Cup or Europa League. And I think Spurs fans should be pretty optimistic, knowing that Kane will come back, and in knockout competitions, Kane is going to be essential, hoping he doesn't get injured again. And best shot, of course, would be the FA Cup, because I guess the level of competition is a bit lesser than the Europa League. Even if, I do feel Tottenham are going to go all in on the Europa League now. At least that's what I would do if I was in charge. But there is, of course, the disaster scenario where Tottenham don't win anything, will lose the final, crash out of the FA Cup, which, they always find a way, and crash out of the Europa League, losing to, a Turkish side in the quarterfinals. So, of course, that would not be a salvage season, and I would see Mourinho potentially being sacked after that. I don't see him being sacked before the end of the season, but if it goes the way, the complete disaster, Tottenham finish out all European spots and lose every competition, Mourinho's definitely having the sack. And the replies, what coaches are still out there? And looking at the list, I think there are actually some pretty decent replacements for Mourinho, because I do think Tottenham is still an attractive club, and coaches would be attracted by coming to coach in the Premier League, also coming to coach prime Son, prime Kane, and Ndombele in that midfield. Maybe you could bring a couple more defensive signings, because there's really been a problem this year as well. So you've got Allegri. The shortlist I've made is Allegri, Sarri, Lucien Favre, and potentially Leonardo Jardim. So if we take them one by one, Allegri sounds maybe the most attractive name in there. He hasn't had a job since being fired from Juventus, of course, where I think it was pretty underwhelming, the fact that he got knocked out of the quarterfinals by Ajax, that's why he got the sack. And is Allegri the man? He knows he's a pretty defensive manager. Maybe it would be more of the same, and the players wouldn't like that. Then he's less eccentric than Mourinho, and maybe can model the team in a better way. And. But I think Allegri is too close of a manager to Mourinho, even if I do think he's, in today's football, maybe a bit more adaptable than Mourinho is, which, I think Mourinho is done. If he doesn't win anything this season, I don't see another club taking the Mourinho bet. So Allegri, I would give, if he got hired, sort of 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 rating. Then you've got Sarri. Now, it would be another ex-Chelsea manager, which I would first of all find hilarious if Sarri got appointed, but would be very interesting for me if Sarri does get appointed, because I think this is honestly a team Sarri could do wonders with. You think about the Napoli team, which he did wonders with back in his Napoli days. Of course, seems like ages now, and you can see Tottenham being a bit of that sort of free-flowing team, scores a lot of goals. Of course, Kane's going to be an upgrade from Higuain, I think he had back in the day. And I think it's more or less more class in that midfield, and Ndombele would be such a main piece, of course, with Højbjerg. I think Sarri could be such an interesting pick for Tottenham, but I don't know if it would happen because of all the Chelsea ties. But I wouldn't be completely against Sarri going to Tottenham. I think it'd be a very interesting appointment. Now, of course, this is, I'm really getting in the future here, because who knows, maybe Tottenham will go on a big winning streak and Mourinho will be back, but somehow doubt it. Lucien Favre is next. I think he's actually he would be my favourite manager to go at Tottenham, because of the style of play. Of course, I know him most from his time in Nice, in Ligue 1, where Nice ended up third in Ligue 1 when he was under them, playing great football, very attractive. He's got a good style of play. Of course, he wasn't able to confirm a big European status when going to Dortmund. Very underwhelming there. Of course, had some incredible parts of seasons with Dortmund where he came first of the Bundesliga, but then second part of the season really crumbling down. I do think it's very interesting as Favre is once again a very eccentric manager, a bit Mourinho-esque, but Mourinho-esque I'd say, but with a nice playing style. Which maybe that's what Tottenham need. They need an eccentric manager because none of the players in that squad are very eccentric and have big personalities. So I think you definitely need the manager to be that big personality in the team. Favre could bring that, of course. He'd be my favourite to sign as Tottenham coach if ever Mourinho is sacked. Then last candidate, I put Jardine. Uh, Once again, I think Jardine's just here to be here. He's a good coach, maybe better to develop young players. He hasn't really found a job after Monaco, which I find kind of surprising. I would think, someone would have taken that spot. Of course, rumours about him going to Marseille to be seen, but Jardine could also be a sort of safe pick, I guess, as Tottenham manager. But yeah, for me, Favre Sarri would be the people I'd love to see coach Tottenham because I think overall it is a shame because there's so much class in that team, and I think the fact that Mourinho is the manager just destroys a big part of the squad, and I would hate to see Kane because I do love the player. Him finish his career with zero titles because he doesn't really deserve it. Neither does a player like Son or Hugo Lloris has one with France, but nothing at the club level. So overall, how do Tottenham salvage their season? Winning titles now is the only option. The League Cup would maybe keep Mourinho another season in the seat, but you should definitely go all in on the FA Cup or the Europa League. For me, that's going to be the entire rest of the season for Tottenham, and that's what Tottenham fans should get excited for. But yeah, that's been it. Good luck to every Tottenham fan out there. I do hope you have a good end of the season, and I'll catch you guys next time.